Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Dina Palmer. I am your Member Relations Specialist here at Okie 811. I'm going to be presenting today's webinar, and we also have Eva Donahue with us. She will be our moderator today. Before we get started, let's go over a few housekeeping items. All attendees are in listen-only mode. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, please use the chat or the QA feature to submit those. We're going to be answering your questions during the Q&A portion of today's presentation. For attending this webinar, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win a $25 Amazon gift card. So if you could go ahead in the chat and enter your name, your email address, and your company name, that'll give you a chance to win. And then we're going to spin the wheel to find out who our winner is after our Q&A session today. So today we're going to be talking about the annual meeting, and we had a really great annual meeting this year. And while we won't be able to cover everything that we covered at the annual meeting, today we're going to be walking you through a high-level recap of some of those highlights. So to get started, let's go over a few of the key things from the member education forum that we presented. So the first topic that we covered were two important tools we want to make sure that all members are aware of. The first tool that we talked about was how to view repeat notice reasons in the portal. So if you've provided a positive response on a locate request and you receive a second or a third notice, you can now view that reason directly in the PR section of the ticket. So you would log into the portal, you would search using that ticket number, and as you can see in our example here, it'll list that repeat notice reason. And in this example, the member said that the site was marked, but the responder felt like the markings were incomplete. A lot of times, these are just really great opportunities for communication to try to understand why they thought it was incomplete or what's going on. So that's a really helpful tool to view those reasons. The next tool that we covered was our service area snapshot. So the service area snapshot is a tool that'll give you a quarter mile by quarter mile snapshot of a ticket. And this can show you why you were notified on the ticket or even why you weren't. So the same thing when you're in the portal, you can search by ticket number, or if you're in positive response, you can just double click that ticket to open up the ticket view. You'd scroll to the bottom, and on the map, it's going to show you the dig site polygon. And then you'll be able to select your dispatch code, and it's going to overlay your service areas with that dig site polygon so you can see where they're overlapping or maybe even why you weren't notified on the ticket. And the final topic that we covered during our member education forum was excavation readiness. We are going to spend a little bit more time on this topic since it's been a key focus recently. So what is excavation readiness? Excavation readiness measures whether locate requests receive on-time, valid positive responses before the work begins. Those timely responses help ensure safe excavation conditions, that projects start on time, that there are fewer repeat notices, it can help lower operational costs, and it makes you compliant with the Oklahoma Underground Facilities Damage Prevention Act. That is a mouthful. But by focusing on timely and clear responses in the Okie 811 portal, excavation readiness helps confirm that excavation can begin safely as scheduled and supports the shared goal of damage prevention. And this is a new initiative designed to support our members in meeting their safety and damage prevention goals and provide transparency and insight into excavation readiness. So when you receive those emails every month, that is that new initiative where we're trying to highlight what the excavation readiness score is for the state, and then how your member response rate plays into that. So excavation readiness matters because our focus is to prevent damages to underground facilities and provide a safe excavation environment. When responses are late or missing, it creates delays and added costs for everyone involved. And those missing or late responses can result in, again, those delays and repeat notices, increased costs, compliance risks, and safety hazards. So late, missing, or invalid positive responses really do increase the risk of damages and injuries. They can drive up ticket volume. They can cause project delays. It can just cause a lot of problems. And excavators can't confidently or legally begin work until every affected facility operator has responded to a locate request. And OKI 811 tracks two related but distinct readiness measurements, and understanding the difference really will help reduce confusion and ensures accurate performance expectations. So the Excavation Readiness Initiative measures how many locate requests in Oklahoma receive an accurate, on-time, valid, positive response from all facility owners before the work to begin date and time listed on that ticket. Excavation readiness reflects the overall response performance for all tickets across the state of Oklahoma, while the member response rate measures the performance for an individual member's tickets. So this is on a membership level. So whenever you receive that excavation readiness ticket with your member response rate, that's going to include all the dispatches if you have multiple dispatches under that member code. And here you can see the excavation readiness over the past few years. And while we're definitely starting to see some improvement, there's still a lot of room for growth. And we're really encouraged by the continued efforts across the damage prevention community to move this in the right direction. And we're excited to see how much we can get those numbers up for 2026. And we have gotten a lot of really positive feedback from members on the excavation readiness report already. A lot of members are finding it helpful for improving visibility and even supporting their own damage prevention operations. So next we'll cover a few highlights from the state of the company address that was presented at the annual meeting. So our leadership team shared key 2025 performance indicators highlighting service time, service uptime and availability, employee retention, impact of the education process, improvements, and a lot more than we're covering here. But overall, performance remains strong across system reliability, safety, and our education efforts. In addition to these metrics, leadership also provided updates on financial health, operational improvements, our damage prevention efforts, and some ongoing service area enhancements. And as you can see, we had 99.7% system uptime, 99.8% agent safe tickets, which is amazing, 99.6 excavator direct safe tickets. Our member satisfaction survey, the member services got 4.5 out of 5. And then the education reach, they educated 9,820 members and excavators. And then our business and education department presented their 2025 education and outreach numbers. In addition to these efforts, the education and outreach team highlighted several key initiatives, including the new OKI 811 certification course, the OKI 811 podcast, upcoming safety days, and a continued focus on employee culture and engagement. So in 2025, we focused heavily on improving system functionality, increasing visibility for members, and enhancing communication tools to support better decision making. As you can see, we have the new ticket cancel feature that's available in the portal. We have a new estimated completion date limit and update restrictions. And then there have been improvements to the second notice process to cut down on abuse. So in the portal, you can submit a second notice if somebody has not responded, but if a member has responded to that ticket, they have to call in and talk to a CSR to get that second notice processed. There's also been mapping and visibility changes. Like we mentioned, the service area snapshot tool, and it has a linked HTML ticket email as well. They added a plat map layer and the worksite buffer reduction. There's also been improvements to communication and enhancements. So excavators now receive an email anytime a member responds if there's no access. The repeat notice reason was added to the PR section on that original ticket, and then our excavation readiness report as well. And our executive director, Susan Bull, presented her 2026 outlook at the annual meeting as well. And she just said that looking ahead to 2026, they expect continued growth across many infrastructure projects with a strong focus on technology, coordination, and supporting increasing demand across multiple sectors. Also, as part of the annual meeting, board elections were also held. and we're pleased to announce the re-election of Michael Humphreys with the City of Enid and Clint Mobley with Oklahoma Electric Cooperative. We appreciate their continued leadership and service. And as we wrap up the highlights from this year's meeting, we'd like to share an important date for your calendar. So our next annual meeting is targeted for March 10th, 2027. We encourage you to mark your calendars for that. You can also keep an eye on our annual meeting page on the OK 811 website for more details. And then once we have details finalized, we'll also be sending out information to you about that. We really do look forward to having you guys there. They really do present a lot of great information. We even had a really great keynote speaker this year that was really funny, provided lots of great information on leadership and safety. So you don't want to miss out next year if you get that chance to go. And of course, if today's recap brought up any questions or if you'd like more hands-on guidance, we offer virtual meetings with our member services team. These are 30-minute virtual meetings. They're a really great opportunity to help with portal navigation, service area updates, or any kind of general troubleshooting. If you even hire new locators and you would like them to have a 30-minute training with us to go over positive response, what member responsibilities are, we're always more than happy to assist. So if you're interested, again, just give us a call or shoot us an email to schedule a meeting. Now let's turn it over to Eva to see if we had any questions.
Thank you, Dina. We have not had any questions.
Perfect. Thank you, Eva. If you have a moment, you can scan the QR code to complete a brief survey. Your feedback helps us continue improving our trainings and content. That way we can really get the information that you guys want to see. You will also be entered to win another chance to win an Amazon gift card if you complete that survey. And as always, thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking time out of our day for us, and I hope everyone has a great afternoon. Thank you.